Hey, what's going on, people of YouTube? Thank you for joining me today. It's been a while. Haven't had a lot of time to do any YouTube content, but I appreciate you guys for stopping by, watching on the replay. If you are doing that, if you enjoy the content today, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can see what else I got coming up down the pipeline. For today, we are doing a live raffle where we're going to be giving away these books. We're going to be giving away about 10 books to some lucky winners from last week's Instagram auction. I had a really epic auction last week with my community over on Instagram, who I love and appreciate. It was my 41st birthday, and I did an auction on the night of my birthday, and I had a lot of great friends come by and bid on some books and claim some books. And in appreciation, we're doing an old school raffle for those people who were able to bid and claim on books that evening. So here are the books we're going to raffle. We're going to do Vampirella versus Purgatory, a cool Derek Chu, I think it's Derek Chu cover. We're going to do a Walking Dead 192, Death of Rick Grimes, I believe. Spoiler alert. The penultimate issue of Walking Dead. We're going to do this cool Virgin Firefly FOC cover from Firefly #2. These are all the giveaway books. Welcome to whoever is in the room. Sometimes I forget how to see people's chat, but feel free to holler in the chat if you're watching live. Venom #1. This is a variant edition from Arkham Comics, 2018. I have an old school Mr. Miracle #16 that's going to go out. I have a lower grade Batman Adventures #1, cool Mr. Freeze cover. I have a lower grade Avengers 186, first appearance of Chthon. First appearance of Chthon, and something about the Darkhold in here, some WandaVision related spec in there. A Batman 111, a Harley Quinn #1. That's Derek Chu, I know. And this is the big one, the Oblivion Song #1 near mint. Not the pink SIG, but the regular SIG. Oblivion Song 1 near mint is going to go to a lucky raffle winner. So, and then we're also going to open some mail today. If you guys want to see what a full-time comic book seller, what their Monday mail looks like, it looks a little something like this. I buy a lot of comics, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So there might be some toys in there as well. So we're going to get into that. Would you guys like to do the raffle? I would like for more people to be here in the room who are from the auction. Yes, CM. Yes, we're doing the hat. We're doing the hat. This is the hat I wear every Thursday, so I figured I'd bring it over to YouTube, try to make you guys feel at home over here on the different platform. So maybe we'll wait to see if some folks join us from the auction before we run the raffle, and let's just open some mail in the meantime. All right, so this is from Sacto Sanctorum, great seller from Instagram. Let's see what I picked up from Sacto. Sometimes I buy from him. He's bought from me in the past. Very great, trusted seller. Let's see what we got from him. This is always the trick with this is like the trick with live unboxings is like, uh-oh, what's that sound? That's the sound of comics burning in the press. Hold on one second. All right. We're multitasking, folks. We're multitasking. Thanks for bearing with me on that. Let me turn this one off as well. Got more cooking in the basement. We're hustling, guys. We're doing lots of things. Big things happening. Okay, so the trick with live unboxings is you don't want to get too excited and unwrap too quickly just because people are watching, because then you start damaging your books. You know what I mean? Whoa. Wow. I don't remember buying this. I just sold a copy of this book. maybe subconsciously, I knew that I had recently purchased one. And that's why I pulled it to sell in my last auction. But I got to be super careful here because I know that the reason I bought this copy is because it is particularly high grade. So this one was kind of an add-on bonus from Sacto. This is a book I've never owned, and I collect video game covers, particularly NES covers. So this is just one that I may grade it, but I hope to keep it regardless of whether I grade it. That's just one that I don't collect a lot of Deadpool, but I gotta collect, you know, any good NES cover is gonna be a win in my book. So that is a PC purchase. Thank you, Sacto Sanctorum. That was an add-on purchase after I had already. Thank you, Shannon. Thanks for joining, my friend. And this is the big book I bought from Sacto, which is Secret Wars 8. You never have too many copies of Secret Wars 8. Always a good pickup under a certain price range. And I feel like I got this for a reasonable price. And yeah, I'm not going to take it out of the bag or anything, but you know, he basically advertised it as a 9.6 or better. And from the cover, I think it's right on the money. So I'm going to really look that over carefully and get it graded. I also recently purchased that in a 9.6 newsstand. I purchased it recently. So, you know, I'm always looking for, you know, those couple copies. I'd love to have like one direct and one newsstand that are like 9.6 or better. Hey, Ed. No, you actually do not need to be present to win, but it's a lot more fun if you are present. So we'll run the raffle soon. How about that? Why am I opening this? I'm opening the raffle, the book that people are going to potentially win this afternoon, evening. I'm opening your raffle book. So once I get enough clamoring in the chat from people that they want to see their raffle books, I will run the raffle. But in the meantime, let's keep opening boxes. All right, we're doing our Monday mail call. This one is from Sean in Ohio. Sean in Ohio. You do not need to be present to win, Ed, but your company is greatly appreciated. All right, what do we got here from Sean? Interesting packaging. Very interesting. Is it comic books? I think it's comics. I know I'm going to get some toys in this haul, so we'll see. I've been buying more toys lately. It's a problem. It's a problem. All right. Nice. Okay, I like the packaging here. We've got cardboard in between each book. That's very, very thoughtful. I don't even do that with my packages. I haven't had any complaints. Looks like a G.I. Joe lot with some. Ooh, yes. I love this. So this was just an eBay seller I found. I was able to find some books that I was kind of looking for good prices. This is a Secret Invasion variant cover. Why did I buy this? I think it was just one of those things that it was an add-on purchase. It was just kind of cheap, and I think it's a ratio. No, it's a third printing variant on Secret Invasion 1, which I thought was cool. Ed, you're gonna make me cry. Right back at you, buddy. Thank you, Ed. You are a winner. You're a lifetime Comic Auctions winner in my book. There's the Secret Invasion 1 third print. That's a cool pickup, if I do say so myself. I picked up this ROM. This was an add-on purchase. ROM Space Knight 31, second appearance of Rogue. Can you believe that? There she is right on the cover too. So that seems like a sleeper to me, guys. This seems like whatever I paid for it is probably a good deal. Here's the first Lady Hellbender, G.I. Joe 32. looks to be higher grade with really cool hairdo on this guy. Really, you know, this dude gets style points. It looks like he's wearing a piece of styrofoam on his head. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's made out of that material that you wear like a #1 oversized, you know, novelty hand at a sports game. All right, and this is the one I think I was going after in the first place. I'm not sure if this is part of a lot or what, but so one of my consignor buddies who gives me buy it now books sometimes to sell, he sold one of these at my auction. He priced it at like $8 or something, and it's ever since I failed to hold that book back from being sold and keep it for my own personal collection, I've been on the hunt for a good, nice copy of this, preferably newsstand. This is G.I. Joe 133. Just like such a cool Snake Eyes cover, and like, or Storm Shadow, possibly Storm Shadow. I'm not sure, but I just love the color palette. I love the pink. I love the 80s vibe. And I've just wanted to get it back. And for some reason, like high grade copies of it are going for like $100. So I've been looking for an opportunity to pick that up. Foam finger hair. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Ed. All right, we got 3 people in the room. Once we get to like 5 people, I haven't been like doing a lot to build this YouTube channel lately. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm just trying to get a few people in the room before we start the raffle. I'm just going to keep opening packages until then, okay? We'll get about halfway through the packages and we'll pull the raffle. Here is something from Andrew in Michigan. Andrew in Michigan. Let's see what we get. This is a weird package. Huh. Maybe this is a toy. What is going on with this package? Yikes. It's not a toy. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor or a toy. I think this is my second copy of this that I bought recently. This is a really weird way to ship this book. This is Werewolf by Night 8. Ever since it hit like one of those hot 10 lists where it tells you, or like a Shakers list where a graded copy sells for a record, I've been picking up raw copies of it. And I've also been investing in other Werewolf by Night stuff. Mike Plug cover, really cool book. This one, nothing to write home about with the grade, but who knows? I don't know what I bought it at, but this looks pretty low grade to me. I don't think I spent a lot on it. We'll see. Okay, how about one more book, one more package, and then we will do the raffle, and then we'll open the rest of the packages. I also, if you guys are interested, have a couple of packages from one of my buddies who sometimes sends me stuff to sell, some of his stuff to sell, like on consignment. I'm doing some pressing for him. I'm not a professional presser, but I press for myself and I press for some friends. So these are the books he is having me press. Perhaps we can look these over because they're going to be exciting. I imagine anything he wants pressed and submitted is going to be a cool book. And I'm going to pre-screen those for him. And, you know, some of the stuff, if it doesn't meet a certain grading criteria, in my humble opinion, I will probably sell raw rather than get graded for him. So potentially some of that stuff could be available at a future sale, depending on how close it is to the desired grade, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Looks like probably a single book. It looks like a lot of care has been put into the packaging. Feels like maybe it's a spendy something or other, something a little higher end. Okay, it's this is kind of a minor key. I picked it up based on, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and forgive me if I forget or if I misquote which YouTuber I heard this recommendation from, but I think it was Journo. I think it was Journo's Pop Culture and Comics who was advocating this book. Marvel Superheroes 1992 80-page fall special. This book is apparently an early appearance of Rogue that was intended to be her first appearance. So something like first chronological appearance of Rogue in terms of when it was written, not published. So it's hard to know with a book with this kind of a qualifier on it, you know, in terms of key significance. It's hard to tell like how seriously it'll be taken in the market and whatnot. I've got to look a little more into it. Maybe I'll even read it so I can become more informed. But it's a dope Ghost Rider cover. It's a tough square bound issue and a little bit harder to find in high grade. So this one looks really nice, and it's probably something I'll grade and sort of see how the spec plays out. If people sort of if it catches on or not. But one of the things I like about grading books, if they are worthy of trying to get graded, is it gives you a little time to let the book marinate in the market. You know, as a seller, if I'm not grading a book, then I'm like every week I have to put together like a short box or two of books that I'm going to sell on a Thursday night on Instagram. And if a book isn't like dedicated to like a couple of my personal collection hold boxes or like my grading box, then it's like up for grabs, and I might pull it at any time. And that means from a strategic standpoint, I might sell something early. You know what I mean? But if you designate something to be graded, you know, with the turnaround times at these grading companies, CBCS or CGC, you're going to be sitting on that book for a while. It's going to be in your collection longer, potentially, because of that turnaround time. So sometimes you can let that turnaround time work for you if it's a long-term spec or something that, you know, you're not in a rush to sell in advance of like a trailer dropping or something. Okay, why don't we take a break from opening packages and run the raffle now, even though we only have one person in the room? That's okay. It's a Monday afternoon. People don't really watch my YouTube channel yet. That's fine. It's okay. I'm just glad to have anybody watching right now. I'm very grateful you're here or watching on the replay. I hope this is entertaining for you as well. Okay, so I had 34 orders last week at my Thursday auction. So 34 orders and 10 books to give away. That means you guys have, Shannon, I don't think so, my friend. Not this time. Not this raffle. I think you may be the only person watching. But hey, there's a second person watching. So we've got 10 books to give away and 34 orders. That means you guys have like a 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 chance of winning another free book, okay? So so let's get to it, guys. I guess we'll leave the Oblivion song for last just to keep the suspense going, because that's kind of the big winner. Let me share the screen with you now. You guys do have double odds. The Encinas are stacked. You guys have extra good odds. Hey, Encinas, would you rather? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll still do Oblivion song last, because if you win twice, you can still pick the Oblivion song over the other one. So no worries there. It's not gonna limit your odds on the Oblivion song if I do it last. Okay, here we go. We're gonna share my screen. We're gonna share a tab. Random.org. Already preloaded everybody's names in here. All right. Oh, okay, we can hide that one. Okay, so here's everybody's names from last week's auction. So the first book up that we're going to give away is Harley Quinn #1, the, I want to say Derek 2 variant. This one's going to go to One Up. One Up takes this one. Congratulations, Norm, on the additional free book. If you guys buy from me a lot, you notice that I usually throw in a free book anyway. but these ones are like a little bit nicer free books. All right, so 1UP raffle. Congratulations, 1UP. All right, that's 1 down, 9 to go. Where am I putting these? Okay, that'll do. Okay, next up, Batman 111. Batman 111. Let's do this one. Randomizing now. Turtle toy. Turtle only, Turtle kind of cheated a little bit because, or I'm cheating for her, because she didn't really attend the auction, or at least she didn't buy anything in the auction, but she hit me up afterwards and said that she wanted the B cover of the most recent Turtles book. So I put her on the list anyway. So Turtle, congratulations. You're getting another book on me. Turtle raffle. Thank you, Turtle Toy Huntress. All right, next up we got, all right, this is kind of a big book. Now the reason I'm not selling this book, to be quite honest, is because I picked it up in a larger collection and it does have staple rust, okay? It does have staple rust, unfortunately. So I'd rather give it away than try to take anybody's money for it. But it is a really cool Scarlet Witch cover and first appearance of Chthon. Nice WandaVision related spec, may or may not be relevant in the future, but here it is. Randomizing, what am I doing? Okay, randomizing now. Chi-Town, first time buyer. Congratulations, Chi-Town. First time to the auction. Seems like a super cool guy. He sent me a real nice note after the auction saying how much he enjoyed it. I really appreciated that. So thank you, Chi-Town. I'm going to be in your city if you are in Chi-Town in December for C2E2. Knock on wood. Hoping for the best on that. Don't have tickets yet, plane tickets or festival tickets, but I'm hoping to make it work and hoping that, I don't know, the Delta variant doesn't shut everything down. By the way, I will be at Fan Expo this coming weekend in Boston. If anybody's going to be around, hit me up. I would love to meet some people in person and go dig in with you guys if anybody's in the Boston area. And I'll be there all 3 days because my girlfriend is the bomb and she got me a 3-day pass for my birthday, which is like the best present ever. All right, Batman Adventures #1. This is another one from the collection that was a little too low grade for me to sell. It has some rippling on the cover, but I figured someone would enjoy this awesome Bruce Timm Mr. Freeze cover in their collection, regardless of grade. So this one's going to go to Senecism. All right, Seni, thank you very much. Seni raffle. Congratulations, sir, on your free Batman book. Next up, we've got a older Mr. Miracle, #16. I think this is a pretty nice book. It's not a key that I know of, but kind of a weird, eccentric Kirby cover, and it's actually higher grade. This one is like, around VF in a tough black cover. So this one's kind of pretty. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm gonna say it's not too bad. I'm gonna check the chat. Sleepy says October 24th. Oh, is that when it is? I thought it was December, Sleepy. I don't know. You gotta correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just, in my mind, I'm thinking December, but I could be just thinking generically wintertime. Shannon jinxed us. No, you guys still have plenty of chances. Turtle Toy is a friend of the Encinas. We approve and 1UP while we're at it. Excellent. You guys are all my people. Yeah, in Chicago, Sleepy. That's the one I'm talking. That's the one I'm talking about. That's the one I want to go to. But this weekend I'm going to Fan Expo in Boston. All right, so the Mr. Miracle is going to go to Nitty Gritty, pretty. Nitty Raffle. Thank you very much, Frank Nitty. Always appreciate you, my brother. Okay, next up we got a Venom #1 variant edition. This is one that had a little bit of an issue with some like ballpoint pen imprints on the cover. So I'm giving it away, but there are only 600 of these. This is Venom 1, an exclusive from Arkham Comics. And this one's going to go to iJohn. iJohn takes it. Congratulations, iJohn. We have 3 more books before Oblivion Song's going away. And people can only win once. So if you win again, you'll have to choose if you're in the chat. So there can be an advantage to being in the chat live, because if you win something else and Oblivion Song, you have to tell me that you're choosing Oblivion Song. Otherwise, I'm going to re-roll. Okay, iJohn Raffle. Thank you very much, iJohn. iJohnson. Firefly number 2. This is an FOC Virgin. Let me check the chat, see what I missed. Chicago. I was thinking of going in October 24th. Okay, well, Shannon wants me to come to Maine. I sometimes do go to Maine. I love it up there. And I will let you know next time I'm up there. And Sleepy, I'm going to look more closely at Chicago and when that's happening. And it sounds like I'll be going in October. So this Firefly number 2 is going to Dr. Black. Mr. Black taking a Firefly FOC Virgin. Congratulations, Dr. Black. Always a longtime friend of the show. Dr. Black Raffle. Congratulations, my friend. All right, next up, this one's I'm going to save this one for second to last. That's sort of a key, bigger book. This one is Vampirella versus Purgatory. Nice cover here. Going to Mike Serena, another new first-time buyer with the show. So congratulations to Mike Serena for pulling that raffle in. And thank you for your first purchases at the weekly Thursday night Comic auctions. Next week will be auction number 80, if you can believe it. I'm kind of hoping that number 100 will sync up with around my 4K subscriber mark. But to help get us there, guys, you got to come to my weekly auctions and sub up to me or follow me on Instagram to get us towards that 4K mark. I'm going to be giving away something big at the 4K mark. So let's get there. Let's help get there, guys. All right, Walking Dead 192, Death of Rick Grimes. It's this one, and then another Kirkman book. A couple of Kirkman books going last here. The Death of Rick Grimes is going to go to Walking Dead 192, Lord Ruck. Congratulations, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for coming to another Comic auction. Thank you. I used to do these raffles every week, but I think I'm just going to do them for bigger shows now, maybe every few shows, just because they take a little bit of extra love and care, which I don't mind doing when I have time, but it does take time. So guys, here is the birthday raffle winner, the big book of the week. We've got 5 people watching live. Let's see who's going to take it. Drum roll, please. JMA, my friend Jonathan. I feel like Jonathan in the past was very lucky with the raffles, and he is still pulling that hot hand. Congratulations, Jonathan, for pulling down the Near Mint Oblivion Song. Thank you very much, Jonathan, and thank you guys so much for watching. Let's see here. Let me get back to the screen. We're going to continue with the unboxing, the Monday mail call, if anybody wants to stick around. But congratulations to all the raffle winners. And thank you to everybody again for coming through the birthday auction last week. It was a blast. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more packages to open. Holy shit. I had some from last week I didn't have a chance to open. So I tend to open them on a Monday. So thanks for hanging with me for that. Let's open this from Clemens in North Carolina. Seems like a pretty loaded priority mail envelope. See, this is the thing, guys. People sometimes don't know. This seems like a good seller, like he's packaging it carefully, but they don't know that you have to order online the legal size. You got to order the legal size flat rate envelopes, guys. That's what fits the Geminis. That's what fits this size. See how he's going through all this trouble? He's going through all this trouble to custom protect for a regular size when he could be using a legal size and fitting a whole Gemini in there. Sleepy, I will definitely let you know if I'm going to C2E2. Basically, you should assume that I'm going, but I will let you know if I remember to once I confirm my plans. But I've got an old friend in Chicago who I haven't seen in years, and I haven't met his kids yet, so I was thinking it was a perfect excuse to go and hang out with him and his family and buy a bunch of comic books. All right. Again, very nicely packaged, very carefully done. Just in my personal opinion, you would save a lot of time if you go with the legal size envelope and you use a Gemini mailer or equivalent. So much effort to protect these books. I appreciate it. But it's misguided. Okay. Wow. Paul Rogers Clemens Pop Culture from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Very nice. Very professional. Very professional. Okay. So this is another eBay purchaser. I'll try to film it and buy some grails. Awesome. I can't wait to be with you when you purchase those grails, Sleepy. Maybe I'll get some myself. So I have been speccing you guys on God Emperor Doom from this Hickman Secret Wars run, because according to certain industry insiders like Mikey Sutton on Geekosity Mag, that is sort of the version that they're going to be going with for the Secret Wars movie event that they're leading up to in phase whatever, 5 or 6 or whatever it is. His first appearance is in Secret Wars #2. All right. And this is the 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 of Secret Wars #2. This is the 2000, I don't know, the Secret Wars run from a few years ago, 6-7 years ago. So this is basically, I'm picking up books from this run. I got this cool Jane Foster Funko edition for issue 1. I got the incentive variant for issue 2, which has the first appearance of God Emperor Doom. This is just a dope Alex Ross cover with God Emperor Doom on the cover, Secret Wars 4. And here's a couple copies of Secret Wars 5 because why not? Might be a minor key in there, but there's God Emperor Doom looking badass Alex Ross cover. Why not? They're cheap pickups right now. Getting these for cover price or so. I'm just gonna stack these, put them in my Secret Wars bin, and wait. That's my plan. Here's something from Sean in Alabama. All right, got a Gemini mailer here. Let's see. Any cons you guys are planning to go to? Is there anyone going to Boston this weekend? Will I see any of my friends in Boston? Okay, looks like a couple of raw throw-ins. Sometimes I do this too. Books that I might not feel are worth a bag and board, just throw in a couple extra books. So now this goes from his freebie bin into my freebie bin. Done. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is a big book. This is a big one, guys. I think I'm gonna just call it right now. I'm calling a moratorium on That's What She Said. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay? Yes, I said that's a big one. Not gonna go there. All right? Just not gonna do it. You know why? Because it's not that funny. That's the only reason why. only reason why it's just not that funny. It's low-hanging fruit, and it's boring. I'm bored. Bored by it. Okay, so this seller, wow, he threw in another, here's another low-grade freebie. Again, going in my own freebie bin. Okay, so here's the book. Oh, thanks, Sleepy. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you enjoy the freebies that I give you. Sometimes they're a little luck of the draw. I don't expect myself to love them, but maybe I'm throwing you a little extra juice. Can't swear to it, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. All right, so it's the first appearance of Thrawn, Heir to the Empire 1. This is a book I did not have in my collection / inventory, whatever you want to call it, and I got FOMO, and I found a seller on Facebook that I could grab a copy from. Now, it has an issue up here with a price tag residue. And according to the pictures, I really felt like maybe I can do something to this. Maybe I can improve this. So that's why I bought it, because I needed a copy, and I bought this at a discount because it has this issue here. So I'm taking a gamble on that. We'll see how it works out. We shall see. All right, this one is from Space Cadets in Texas. All right, Space Cadets in Texas. Let's see what we got from them. Yeah, that is an awesome book. Thrawn is coming, apparently, in a pretty major way. I know I've mentioned him a couple times. Shout out to Mikey Sutton and Lords of the Long Box. On the Lords channel, Mikey Sutton drops a lot of sort of insider movie and TV news. And one of the cannonballs, as they call it, that he dropped recently was about Thrawn and all the plans that they have for that character. And apparently there's going to be a whole Heir to the Empire TV event. It's not just going to be like him showing up in Ahsoka, in the Ahsoka series. It's going to be like they're going to do the whole Heir to the Empire story. It was not the newsstand of the Thrawn. Unfortunately, it was not the newsstand. I thought about buying a newsstand copy graded 9.2 for like $400 or making an offer on it for $4. But I thought I'll just hold off on it. Maybe I can find it from a dealer at the show this weekend. I'm still very much in the market for decent decent copies of Heir to the Empire. I definitely want to invest in that book. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Sleepy sold his 9.8 and has another at CGC right now. I love that. That's sort of, I love it when it works out that way. That's sort of like me with, I don't know, getting rid of my Scud number 1 9.8. I feel consoled that I at least have another shot at a 9.8 that's currently being graded. There are lots of books that way that I'm like, well, at least I got one in the pipeline. We'll see what happens with it, right? What happened with this book? Why did I buy so many of these? This may be a mistake on my part. This may be a mistake. I bought a bunch of these Invincible Iron Man 12s. This might be the wrong run of Invincible Iron Man 12. I got to look into this. I was looking for sort of like key or early appearances, and the cover that I have in mind for Iron Man 12 is not this one. So this could be a variant of the same issue, or I just got the wrong issue. It's very possible. We shall see. We shall see. All right, this one is from Douglas in Maryland. But Ultra Maximus from another YouTube channel was doing a whole spec matrix on Mighty Mel V's Drunken Chat Son. I feel like I'm like the recap show to like every other YouTuber show. I don't know. Maybe that's what I can. Maybe that can be my niche. Is I just talk about other people's YouTube channels. That's where I get my information, straight up. Like I get most of my information from other speckers on YouTube, and you know, I'm primarily a seller. I'm not primarily a content creator, so I'm just giving you guys the news that I get from other sources. I don't have my own sources yet, but I do have my own opinions and analysis of it. Did I watch Sleepy's Thrawn? See, Sleepy's another great YouTube creator. Sleepy N Comics has a great YouTube channel, and he's way more professional and established than I am on YouTube. He makes great content about, you know, investing strategy and, you know, lots of just informational analytics, insight, that kind of thing about the market and how to invest in comics. Would you say that's accurate, Mark? So he's got, you know, a Thrawn buying guide from like a year ago. So he's obviously been on the Thrawn train for quite a while. He's probably pretty early on it. I've sold copies of Heir to the Empire before, but I don't think I've ever owned one myself. But anyway, another YouTuber, Ultra Maximus, does a spec matrix on Mighty Mel V's Drunken Chat Son. And he did a spec matrix for Riri Williams, where he talked about all the haziness with her first appearances and, you know, why it's debatable whether it's between 7 and 9 and maybe some other books. He's kind of arguing that like 7 and 9 are both cameos. Not necessarily that, ooh, this is a big one. This is a big one, guys. He's kind of arguing that, not that like 7 and 9 shouldn't be the keys, but he was arguing that other books are undervalued for their significance. And issue 12 was one of those significant appearances, along with issue 10, I believe. All relatively significant. So, all right, check out this note from the seller. Okay, and then I'll show you guys. I don't have Thrawn 6, Sleepy. No, I don't. Is that a good one to have as well? So this is one of the bigger purchases I've made recently, okay? Investment purchases, all right? So it says, thanks for bidding and congratulations on having the winning bid. I hope this book exceeds your expectations. Doug. On eBay, his seller name is SimpSDE. In Instagram, he's Doug's Comics. Okay, so shout out to Doug's Comics in advance for selling me a Marvel Spotlight 2. First appearance of Werewolf by Night. Jack Russell. Never had this book before. Just today, I was hearing on, again, Lords of the Long Box, Mikey Sutton talking about his best guess for who Ethan Hawke will be playing, because it hasn't been confirmed yet what role he's playing, is Jack Russell. That's actually his current best guess. Not really an insider scoop situation, but more like his intuition based on what he knows. So this book presents like a 7, I would say, 6.5, something like that. But it does have some missing paper on the spine there. About a 1/2 inch. So I wonder what grade this is going to get, but it'll definitely be something I grade. I'm thinking 5.0, something like that. So yeah, definitely not a character to sleep on by any means. So look at what I'm investing in, guys. I'm investing in Thrawn, Werewolf by Night. I don't know if these are like super obvious to you guys, but I think they're characters that have a lot of room to grow, a lot of potential. We haven't seen them yet on screen. You know, we don't have casting information for them yet. These are all signs that there are many phases in the spec cycle to come that, you know, that give them room to grow. This one is from Cornerboxed in Ohio. This is a company called Cornerboxed. Hey, I know what this is. Cornerboxed is Richard from Adult Kid Toys / Bronze and Modern Gods. Another great YouTube channel. Shout out to them. Shout out to John and Richard. Check this out, guys. Can you guys see what this piece is? See, I've got another one of Richard's pieces on the wall up there, the 181 price box. And see, my copy of 181 is a Russian reprint. That's the closest I have to 181 right now. Sleepy says, I think they cast Thrawn as the guy who did his voice in Rebels. Okay, fair enough. That stands to reason. But this one is a book I do own in the PC. Silver Surfer number 4. Look at that. This is awesome. You can smell the sort of birchwood or whatever it is, and he made this version of it for just a few bucks more. You can get a bigger, like an oversized version of the Surfer, so he really pops out of that price box in this really fun kind of 3D way. Surfer is my dude. Surfer is my PC guy. He's my favorite hero. And I just recently got my first, well, actually, I've got my first 2 copies of Surfer number 4, as I've actually talked to Mark about. I bought one I overpaid for, was a little bit mad about the condition, got a partial refund, ended up moving that one because I didn't really want to look at it anymore. It was a little disappointing to me. And then I found one in the wild, actually in reverse order. I found one in the wild, and then I sold the lower grade copy. I'm keeping the one I found in the wild. I'm going to clean it and submit it to be graded. And this will be a perfect accompaniment to that issue. Surfer number 4, classic cover and battle cover between Surfer and Thor. So thank you again, Richard. Beautiful work, as always. He makes these oversized price boxes. Go check him out on, I guess his name on Etsy. He sells these on Etsy is Cornerboxed. I know he does stuff with Marvel Superheroes 20, the Doom cover as well. He does an X-Men 266 corner box. He does a ASM 300 corner box. I don't know what he has in stock right now, but this is his new joint right here is the Surfer 4. So thank you again, Richard. All right, and what he said, I really appreciate your support by purchasing this piece. A lot of time and effort went into it in order to provide you with the best value possible. I take a lot of pride in my work. If you have an issue, please contact me. And he said, visit cornerboxed.com to see what else we have available. So check that out, guys. Thank you again, Richard. All right. See, I told you I had some non-comic stuff in here, and I think this last one is going to be a toy of some kind. Is he the guy who did the ASM 300 full cover? He may be that guy. I think he did. Yeah, yes. I think he did a full recreation of ASM 300 on wood. I think that is him. That is he. This is from Victoria in Texas. Probably the last comic package of the day. Let's see what we got from Victoria in Texas. thank you guys very much for watching today to this extended Monday mail call and birthday raffle. I really appreciate you guys watching in advance. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe. I do have a few videos that I've been banking that I haven't released yet. Just haven't had time. So there is more content coming soon. Some CGC unboxings and submissions and some investment talk, sort of speculation, strategy talk coming up. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff in the near future. All right, this was a book I saw on someone's Facebook sale. It's Batman Adventures Mad Love. It's a one-shot, and this is the third printing with its own special cover. I think it's an early Harley Quinn appearance, and I just, it's just one of these books that I'm not like a huge Harley collector or anything, but I just really wanted it as soon as I saw the cover, and I passed on it in that sale, but then I went ahead and hunted it down on eBay. I was like a bidder on it, and I ended up winning it for less than the guy was asking. So now I have it in the collection and may end up grading it. It's a nice square bound book, and it looks really great. I also love this Joker down here on the cover. It's really, really cool. This cover is great. And I always love late printings when they have a unique cover. All right, Sleepy, thank you very much, Mark, for hanging out today, man. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in Chicago in October. So yeah, so this looks like a really nice copy. I'm looking forward to checking that out in full. And finally, let's open this one. Guys, I made a really big, I'm starting to get more into toys. I just recently subscribed to this Funko subscription service called Pop in a Box. And it's sort of like a site where you can order certain exclusives and also sign up for like a subscription service. So I signed up for a subscription service where I can get 2 kind of random or sort of curated / random pops per month from this service. And I can also order them, as I wish. So for example, they have their own exclusive Ironheart pop, right? And obviously Ironheart's like a no-brainer buy right now. So for near kind of cover price for Funko, I was able to buy 6 copies of Ironheart, which is an exclusive with Pop in a Box, and a chance at a 1 in 6 chase, which is like a black, sort of a neon variant of the Ironheart. So I'm kind of like, this sounds great. I'm buying 6 copies. I have a really solid chance of getting at least 1 chase variant, which is just random. So anyway, I'm getting more Funkos. I plan to probably sell them on Whatnot, which I think is, not my favorite selling platform. I prefer to use Instagram, but for Funko stuff and for certain comic type content, I'm going to be doing Whatnot stuff. You can follow me there as well at MM Comic Sales. All right, so here it is. This was a GameStop exclusive. It's a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. Very posable, very flexible, very versatile figure. The box seems like it's in mint condition. You can see just a couple of the components here. There, you've got some kicks right there. You've got Miles. A couple different heads for Miles up here. Yeah, this is dope. So this is one of these things, it's like an $80 purchase. I'm not really sure yet if I'm going to keep it, resell it, open it, play with it, keep it sealed. I'm not really sure, but you can see some of the positions you can do with them. And apparently it's just one of the best ones they've made. So I'm really excited to have this. I'm a big Miles fan. I've got the Into the Spider-Verse DVD or Blu-ray figure up there, and a couple of the Marvel Legends. I've got some of the pops. So I've got quite the little Miles toy collection going on, and I thought that was a fun one to grab. So I bought that. You know what, guys? We could look at one more thing. We're just short of an hour. Maybe for the last 5 minutes, we'll look at my friend Dom's grading candidates, the things that he wants me to press and submit for him. So let's all look together at Dom's books. But so not only did I invest in the Funko subscription recently, guys, and that Miles figure, but shout out to Reggie Collects, another YouTuber, comic book soldier. But I also made a sizable investment in the Galactus HasLabs figure. Now, there's only one person watching live right now, so you have the opportunity to back it before it's over tonight at midnight. But people watching on the replay might not get that chance. And $400 for this Galactus figure might seem cheap in the future because it's like a 3-foot tall figure that's like fully posable and, you know, 20 points of articulation in the hand alone, like this crazy figure. So I invested kind of heavy in that thing. So we'll see how that pans out. We will see. But as I said earlier in the stream, Surfer is my dude. Galactus is my dude. FF49 is my book. So I got to own at least one of those things. I'm probably going to keep one and sell all the other ones when the time is right. Yes, I did purchase multiple. All right, let's see what Dom's got cooking here. Let's see what we got. We're not going to look these over with a fine-tooth comb just yet. That would take too long, but I am going to assess for him. You know, I'm not a professional, but I do grade a lot of comics, and I submit a lot of comics, so I have a fair amount of experience at this point. So I am going to give my opinion for him on which books are worth grading and which books maybe are not worth grading and pressing for that matter. So let's see what we got. We got a Sandman #1. Very jealous. He didn't tell me what these were at all, so I'm jealous already of his submissions. This is a book that I should have held. I had this. I graded a copy, got a 9.6, and I sold it way too soon. I sold that way too soon. So already, Dom is ahead of me. It's a good time to be grading Sandman #1. Silk #2, Rose Besh. Really cool book. I've got 2 copies of that grading myself. Bucky Barnes, The Winter Soldier. Never seen that cover. That's a cool cover. That's issue #5. Looks like it's probably a variant. Maybe that's a Punisher War Machine cover. I'm not sure. I love the Sia Ms. Marvel Phantom variant. That's a great one. I have definitely owned this and sold it before. Probably another one I should have held on to. That's a really great one. The sketch is the key there. Nice. We've got an X Factor 6 newsstand, First Apocalypse. Nice book. We have a Dark Avengers #1 first print. Very hot book right now. We have another book I'm grading myself. This is a Wonder Woman Black and Gold #1. The beautiful, what is his name? I'll think of it. Alias #1. This is the first appearance of Jessica Jones. I've never owned that book. We have a Stray Dogs 1 blank sketch variant. We have a Nice House on the Lake 1. This is the 1 in 25. The character third print 1 in 25. That's the character design index cover. Ooh, we have an Invincible Iron Man #1. I think that's the 1 in 25. It looks like a Ribic. I think that's what that is. 1 in 10 or 1 in 25. We have a Step Aside Tony Stark, the new Invincible Iron Man. This is a #3 variant. I have never seen that cover. It's a Wired magazine homage. Could that be issue 3 where we see her in the guts on the interior for the first time in the Ironheart armor? I mean, this looks like a killer book. Whew. Never even seen that. That's got to be killer. That's going to be a doozy of a book. We have a Thor #1 variant. I think that's the first Jane Foster. 1 in 50. I think that's a big book as well. I think that's a really big book. That's another Ribic. I love Ribic covers. Wow, that's huge. First Winter Soldier, Captain America 6. That's not the B cover, but the A. Also very cool. Cap 16. I don't know this book. This looks like the same character from the other cover. That's a character I'm not familiar with. I don't know this book. That might be Agent Carter spec. I'm not sure. We have Web of Spider-Man #1. That's a variant. That must be a ratio on that recent first appearance from Web of Spider-Man 1. Hey, we've got a Thunderbolts Hulk 449 here. Awesome book there. Looks like my comic shop had this graded at a 9.0. So one would assume if it's not pressed that maybe you could get a 9.2 from this. I would say, you know, this book is worth grading 9.2 or better, probably. It's totally subjective. Maybe less. Maybe 8.5 or better. ASM 361 First Carnage in the direct. Looks like a solid copy. Looks very nice. We have a New Mutants 87 newsstand. Awesome, awesome book. Again, I have a copy of this grading right now. That's great. Skulldigger Skeleton Boy #1. That's a 1 in 10, I believe, which I really like. I love this series. Really good read. This is from Jeff Lemire, and it's just excellent. And it's sort of like a Punisher meets Batman kind of origin story. Really, really good. And it's tied to the Black Hammer universe. This is the one per store Berserker. This is a book that I have grading as well. I actually got it graded at CGC, and they messed it up with an error on the slabbing of it, which is one of the reasons I don't use CGC anymore. And it's still in purgatory with CGC because I sent it back in to be corrected. You would think that they would put a little care into the books, not only that they grade for the first time, but that they have coming back to them due to their own negligence and poor quality control. You'd think that they would try to hustle a little bit with those books, but no. In fact, that batch of books that I sent back to them because of their own error, including an Ultimate Fallout 4, they messed up 5 books of mine in a row back in April. All right, and they were received by them in May 18th. So that's over 3 months waiting for books that they messed up. I think that's messed up. Over 4 months waiting. So thanks for nothing, CGC. All right, guys, on that positive, bitter note. Over 4 months. Over 4 months waiting. Got some feedback going on there. Sorry about that. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Anyone watching live, I appreciate you so much. And people watching on the replay, appreciate you too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See what I got coming up next. We'll see. Should be something cool. And follow me over on Instagram. I do sales every Thursday night, usually around 8 p.m. Eastern. And the tag over there is MM Comic Sales. Thank you again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.